All right, guys. I believe we're live. Yeah, there we are. There we are. It's I I I don't even know what to say right now. I'm almost at a loss for words. It's here. It's here. It's real. It's happening. Um I have to say first of all, um I have to say the timing of this is just so funny. In fact, I'm sure that many of you here right now were also there for my podcast that I did earlier today. It was a 4.5 hour podcast, but the last half hour or so, maybe even close to an hour of that podcast was once again MBG going down the rabbit hole, talking about Silent Hill, thinking something might happen this week, and literally within 30 minutes of me ending that stream, as I'm eating dinner, right? Um, this comes out. This comes out, and it's like when I first saw it, I thought it was fake. I didn't even believe this was real. We have KD saying this better be a drunk stream. It's going up tonight. We have Nathan Drake saying, "All right, guys, yeah, dude, I I can't believe it. Like I can believe it, but it feels like I don't know. It feels surreal at this point because we have you already know. I'm sure anybody who's here right now, you remember that last year I was doing these emergency live streams and they were great. They were fun, but it never resulted in anything. We never got anything official. But now, here we are, October 16th, 2022. The official Silent Hill Twitter account, the official Silent Hill Twitter account says, "In your restless dreams, do you see the town? The latest updates for the Silent Hill series will be revealed during the Silent Hill transmission on Wednesday, October 19th at 2 p.m. Pacific time." Now, what's so interesting? I mean, there's so many interesting things about this, but at this point, people, I think, are just shocked to finally see it. Like, I actually still see people. I'm still seeing people being like, "I don't believe it." I literally said this exact thing on my podcast before ending it. How many people are here right now that were there for that part of my podcast where I was like, "I'm telling you, they're going to announce it, and there's still going to be a bunch of people who are like, I don't believe it. Ain't real. Not happening." I see somebody saying emergency stream. Yeah, dude. Look, my title's just supposed to be funny. I mean, look, it's not that serious, but I mean, I don't know, man. For some people, I think it is. I think it is. Like anybody who followed the journey that came about last year, I think it's safe to say that, yeah, this is a big deal to a lot of people, man. It's awesome. Mark Lovin says, "Are you going to be checking the abandoned app? It's happening." Oh man, I don't look. I know it's impossible not to talk about it. It's impossible not to talk about it. So what I'm gonna do? I can't promise the stream's gonna be too long, simply because I already streamed for 4.5 hours today, and my talking solo for that long nonstop. I mean, right now I'm just running off of adrenaline, so I can't say how long this is gonna be. But what I want to do is I want to run down. I want to run down all the different things we can expect with this. It sounds like it's going to be basically a mini. I don't want to call it a showcase, but like a state of play like stream, but for Silent Hill from Konami, and they don't reveal here anything about what to expect, but there's no doubt in my mind at all that we're going to get at least one new Silent Hill game announcement. So the first thing I want to focus on here is the PT-like demo that is as of right now, people are speculating that this is going to be shadow dropped. the PT-esque demo, which is codenamed Sakura. And apparently this is going to be. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm afraid I'm going to miss something now while I'm talking. But this PT-esque demo, codenamed Sakura, this is essentially going to be kind of a playable teaser once again of sorts. That's how it's been discussed. That's what it's been kind of positioned as. And the rumor right now is that it's going to be shadow dropped at the end of this Silent Hill transmission. We don't know if that's true or not. It's worth noting that the Silent Hill A Short Message, this was a game that was just rated in Korea, literally like 2 weeks ago. And I was trying to tell people, like, guys, this is a game. Like, this is a game that was rated. And people were like, no, it's a mobile game. It's a pachinko, whatever. Like, no. Looking into the Korean ratings boards, it was confirmed, like, no, this is a console game that's being rated. And it's called Silent Hill: The Short Message. And people are kind of putting two and two together here, and they're thinking, okay, well, I guess this Sakura demo is, or the code name, that's what this is. Silent Hill: A Short Message. You have Yada Dog saying, let's go. We are finally here. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And so, my take on that is, I think it's certainly possible, guys. I do. I think it's very possible that this could be like a big kind of, like a big kind of shadow drop. Like, here's here's the PT demo. And when it comes to the Silent Hill rumors, there's kind of a lot to take in. So that's one thing we could see. KD says, do you still care if Kojima's involved? I don't. Well, to answer that, KD, I'll put it to you this way. I'm totally okay with Kojima not being involved at all, as long as whatever they're doing with Silent Hill, Konami, is something of quality. The main reason I've always wanted to see Kojima do a Silent Hill game is because I feel like we would get something very unique and something very different and something very tantalizing, considering it, if you look at what PT was, that's like an idea of what we could get. So if we could just get like a talented studio on it, on like, what will presumably be like Silent Hill 5 or the next proper mainline Silent Hill game, I'll be happy. And that's what's interesting is there are quite a few people that I'm seeing that are like, I don't know, man, I don't want to get hyped yet. And I think that's understandable. I think there are basically two groups of people right now. There are those that are like, oh my God, finally, the rumors can stop. Finally, it's coming to an end. It's been too long. And so right there, it feels like an automatic win just to see that you're going to get some official announcements. But then there are others that are like, well, I'm still a little bit nervous because this is Konami we're talking about, and they've proven before that they know how to mess things up. And so there is a little bit of, a feeling of trepidation here, I think, where, okay, like, we got to win here, boys. We got to win here. Silent Hill is alive. So that in and of itself is a win. But now the second phase, what are they going to show? What's it going to be like? And yeah, of course, there's always room for something to go horrifically wrong. Of course, with Konami, we do have to brace ourselves for some serious potential disappointment. But right now, as somebody who's been following these rumors, it's like I said to you before, I just would like some answers at this point. And even if those answers aren't exactly the ones that I was hoping for or what I wanted, it'll still be nice to finally know what's going on. But man, it's been so long with Silent Hill. It's hard not to be excited, man. I'm rooting for Konami right now. I'm rooting for Konami, and I want this to be like, I want this to be as good as it can be, as we know it can be. Subtext, you're saying an event, transmission, Silent Hill, a short call. Well, yeah, that's the thing here, man, is if you click on the website that they link here, they're not giving anything away. So again, let's kind of cover all the bases here. So we talked about the Sakura PT-esque demo. This is something that I think a lot of people are hoping will show up, but it remains to be seen. Either way, though, something we can rest assured of is even if it's not, even if this Silent Hill, the short message, assuming it's a demo, a small little game, a teaser, even if this isn't shadow dropped on the 19th, it's still coming out at some point. So this is where they could announce it and they could let us know when it's coming. And it could be coming very soon. It was already rated, so that means it probably is coming very soon. Jerome, you're saying if the Blizzard deal breaks down, Xbox will be eyeing Konami, MBG's worst nightmare. Hey, man, dude, I don't think so. I don't think a company like Microsoft could ever acquire a Japanese company like Konami. I don't think that would ever happen. So I'm not too worried about that. Look, man, we got to keep it positive in here, Jerome. We got to keep it positive in here. Jerome's trying to make me think of a nightmare scenario here. Tricky Turnip, member for 16 months, saying, so excited to see what they have been working on for Silent Hill. I'm sure we'll see a teaser for the movie and hopefully a new mainline game. And so, yeah, that's something else I want to mention. And KD says here, Silent Hill updates, plural. Yeah, we're definitely going to see more than one thing regarding Silent Hill here. I suspect we will see a movie because there is a movie in development. They'll probably talk about that, maybe put out the first teaser for it. They could talk about some merchandise related things. And in general, they might just talk about what their ultimate goal is with the Silent Hill franchise and how they plan to really revive it. So let me move on to... Okay, we have the Sakura demo, or we'll just call it Silent Hill, a short message. So that's one thing that could show up and probably will. Silent Hill movie, another thing that will probably show up to some extent. Some Silent Hill merch. Okay, so next up we have there is apparently some type of short story-esque games that are in development in the Silent Hill universe with Annapurna Interactive, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last developer that we heard was working on it. So that's something that could show up as well. But the big one, the big one that everybody, I think, wants to know right now, and it's what me, you, and all of the insane Silent Hill conspiracy theorists and, people who've been following this for a while, what we're trying to figure out is there is apparently a AAA mainline Silent Hill 5 in development by a mysterious studio that nobody knows who this studio is. Nobody can name the studio for one reason or another. The rumor is that there are developers from the original Team Silent, and if you don't know what Team Silent is, these are the original Silent Hill developers who worked on I believe 1 through 3, Silent Hill 1 through 3, maybe 4 as well, but I know 1 through 3 for sure. So there's rumors that original members of Team Silent are involved with this, Silent Hill 5 game. But you know what? Before I get ahead of myself, there is another project we have to talk about that I think is actually much more likely to show up first. Vashi434, you're saying, if I don't see Akira Yamaoka doing the music, then you meant to say, then my hype will disappear. He is 50% of why Silent Hill is good. Well, I do think he is involved. He kind of teased out, I believe, at least one time that, yeah, he's I think involved with something relating to Silent Hill. And that's the other thing I want to talk about. I want to talk more about Silent Hill 5, the next mainline entry. But before I do that, we have to talk about the game that's pretty much been confirmed at this point, which is Silent Hill 2 Remake by Bloober Team. Now, I think this is a guaranteed reveal to show up here. Scatrick, nice to see you, man. You're saying, bro, today is the day of Conspiracy's End. It's finally over. Glad I found your channel and all the friends I made online. Well, I'm so happy to hear that, man. That's what I think is so cool about everything that's happened is, it's almost like a little sub-community has been created with all of these, from all of these rumors and these conspiracies. And it's very cool. It's very cool. And so, yeah, dude, I'm going to be, so hold on, Scatrig. Hold on. That's the thing. I don't think it's over. I don't think it's, I know, break the clown wig out. Look, I don't think it's over yet. I think it's coming to an end. I think this is the beginning of the end in a good way. We're talking about it like it's a negative thing. I don't think it's over because here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to tune in to this Silent Hill transmission and walk out of it being like, I literally know everything that's going on with Silent Hill now. Just like that. No more questions. No more wondering. I have all my answers. Could it go that way? Of course, it could. We could know literally everything. This thing could be like 30 minutes long and Konami just lays everything out on the table. For sure. But something tells me that we're not going to be, we're not off the hook that easily. I don't think we're off the hook that easily. I think there's still going to be, mystery. And the reason why I think this is because if there really are multiple Silent Hill projects in the works, I could very much see one thing leading into another and not everything happening at once. It depends on how Konami wants to do it. Let me say real quick though. Well, first of all, we have a new member here, J-Dab. So thank you so much for becoming a member, man. Welcome aboard. Really appreciate the support. Let's talk real quick about the Bloober Team Silent Hill 2 remake. So if there's anything that we know for a fact, alongside the Silent Hill A Short Message demo, that is real, Bloober Team is doing a full-blown Silent Hill 2 remake. Now, I do believe this will show up here, and people are a little bit nervous about Bloober Team handling this. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm willing to give them a chance. I mean, it is a remake, so it's not like they're going to be changing the writing and they're not focused on the story. They're just going to have to bring it up to, they're going to have to modernize it. And that the potential of that sounds really good. Like, it is a legendary game. So, I feel like they would have to go out of their way to really screw it up, is what I'm trying to say. And I hope they don't. But that's apparently going to be a thing that's happening. And the rumor is that apparently it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. I don't know if it's going to be PS4 and PS5. I think it's just going to be PS5, but it's going to be a PS5 console exclusive for 1 year. Okay, so apparently that's something Sony locked in. And that, I want to say that might be something that doesn't show up because of that. Because there's that exclusivity deal, Sony might want to reveal that themselves. Thunderstruck, you're saying Silent Hill 2 is the best game in history since the beginning of time. Can't hold my tears of joy. Thanks for the stream, boss. No problem, man. Yeah, dude, Silent Hill is absolutely a legendary game, and it's totally understandable. It's totally understandable why people are a little bit nervous when they hear Bloober Team, because Bloober Team, they don't have the best reputation, but again, it is a remake, so I feel like there's really only so many things that could go wrong. I really do believe that. And Scatrick, thank you for becoming a member, man. Really appreciate that, bud. You're saying, I was waiting for this day to become a member, so I remember it. Oh, yeah, well, hey, man, here we are. But like I said, dude, I don't know, man. I don't think it's ending. Matthew says, what if the show opens with someone wrapped in bandages? Well, then I don't know. At that point, the secret's out, right? Victor. So how many of you guys, maybe you should check the Wayback Machine, I don't know, on my Twitter account. And let me, like, only for today though. Only for today. You should check my my Twitter account. The Wayback Machine, though, just for today. Victor Perez, you're saying, do you think Sony will have a showcase soon with an exclusive, with exclusive / marketing rights to the new Silent Hill game and Resident Evil 4 remake, along with Dead Space remake, the Callisto Protocol, and Alone in the Dark remakes? That'd be overload, bro. That would be overload. I look, at this point, it's weird because I feel like I I was hoping for a PlayStation Showcase, and instead, I feel like I ended up getting the announcement of here's a Silent Hill showcase, and I'm like, well, damn, like there's not many things that could take the place of a PlayStation Showcase and make me feel like, all right, like dude, I'm happy with this, but a like dedicated type of state of play from Konami for Silent Hill, that's definitely something for sure that that gets me excited. And I mean, at this point, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys something because this is interesting. I gotta let my cat out. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. My cat was like begging to get out of the room. She's like, "Oh no, not this again." All right, so I'm only going to stray off course for just a moment here, just a moment, because you know what? I'm not gonna. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not going there. I was gonna talk about some weird PlayStation showcase thing, but I've been. It's just like the Silent Hill rumors themselves. It just keeps going. What I will say is that depending on what we see at this Silent Hill transmission show, I may be totally okay with not getting a PlayStation Showcase until much later on because I think the assumption was that Sony was going to have a show and something Silent Hill related was going to be there, but this seems to be the other way around. Even looking at Resident Evil is getting its own showcase. Resident Evil is getting its own showcase. J-Dab says, I saw MVG did delete the tweet today. Okay. All right. Yeah. Uh-oh. They might be on to me. All right. I'm going to read this for you guys real quick because this is coming from Dusk Golem, who's had some good information on Silent Hill. He says, I think most people know this already, but I see many saying this, so I'll just say it bluntly in a tweet. Yes, Masahiro Ito and Akira Yamaoka are involved with this Silent Hill revival, along with a few others who also worked on older Silent Hill games. I think most knew that, but if you wanted someone to say it, there you go. So it said, he continues by saying, that said, even though I suspect they're prepared to get swarmed this week with the announcements incoming, do treat them with respect as they deserve their own privacy. All right, so yeah, Dusk Golem has been very, very good with the Silent Hill info, and he's saying that they're involved. So there you go. Let me see here though before I get too behind. Yeah, but when it comes to the PlayStation Showcase, Victor, I don't know, man. At this point, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to expect because I don't know. I really don't know, dude. When it comes to PlayStation, at this point, I expect anything. Because I really would have thought that if there's like an exclusive deal between Konami for Silent Hill with Sony, that we would have gotten that at a PlayStation show. And we still might, but, you know, anything can happen at this point. Mark Lovin, you're saying, I feel like PSVR 2 is going to play a part. What would you say was the biggest coincidence through all of these rumors and whatnot? Oh, Jesus, dude. That I feel like that's an impossible question to answer because there are just random days where I'm like, there are some insane coincidences. I'm going to tell you this because I know I still see a lot of people in the chat. They're, you know, at this point, it's like a meme and it's a joke. Blue Box, Hassan, and the whole Silent Hill thing. There's no denying that was a massive part of the entire, you know, Silent Hill rumor mill. So I'll just say this. I'm just going to say this because to me, it was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. When it comes to Blue Box Game Studios and Abandoned, and the Abandoned Real-Time Experience app that's still on the PlayStation 5 right now somehow, and the blog post on PlayStation's official blog that's still there somehow. Okay, so here's the reality. You ready? It's only one of two things, and you guys have to decide which it is. You guys have to decide which it is. Number one, okay, reality number one. Blue Box Game Studios, abandoned real-time experience. Hasan Kahraman was genuinely just a person who got caught up and way ahead of themselves and created somehow, some way for months at a time, insane hype and excitement through false promises, and it never added up to anything. And it really is just that. It's just that. And this happened, and here's the important part. This all occurred over the course of 2021 when Konami was apparently in the process of getting ready to bring Silent Hill back and talk about it. So reality number one is this random dude with his random game literally stole Konami's thunder, and that's what happened. And Konami was like, well, I guess we're going to have to wait another year. All right. So that's reality number one. Reality number two, you pick which pill you want to take here, is that in the end, we're going to discover that somehow, some way, through some insane somehow, this was all connected. And there's a reason why the abandoned real-time experience app still exists on the PlayStation Store and has not been removed by Sony. There's a reason why if you click on the 4-second trailer that is in the only piece of content that is available on the abandoned real-time experience app seems to be a updated Unreal Engine 5 version of James Sunderland, aka the protagonist of Silent Hill 2, which is apparently being remade. So again, like you have to decide which reality you think is real, which one you want to believe in. Because the one thing that still gets me, Reality 2 gang, stand up, and with the L, or somebody, no, you're saying Clowns Rise, and somebody says, I think the new game announcement is going to begin with an S and end with an L. Yeah, it could, right? It could. Here's the thing. The one thing that, because you asked me, out of everything that's been going on with Silent Hill, what's the biggest coincidence to me? It really has to be that somehow, some way, this whole Blue Box thing, it either was the idea that it got in the way of Konami. Like that's what's hard to believe. Is it's like this random person that nobody knew about, from this random studio that nobody knew about, captured all the hype, man. And they were making all the headlines for months. Meanwhile, Konami was prepping for a reveal. And so, I don't know, man. To me, there's just a myriad of coincidences, dude. It gets absolutely insane. One of the crazier ones, and I'm just going to point this out and I'm going to move on, because I know it's I don't want to go too off the deep end here. One of the crazier ones to me was in the thick of the whole abandoned Blue Box thing. And I think this was like last August. So this was in the thick of it, man. If anything Kojima tweeted, his replies were being blown up by people being like, it's you. We know it's you. You're Hasan. This is Silent Hill. And he tweeted a book that he read. And he was basically giving a description of the book. And the description essentially was about, it was about an abandoned amusement park. And he used the word abandoned, and everybody was like, oh my God, and about a detective who was like a regular store clerk, but had to become a detective to figure out what happened in this abandoned amusement park. So it was just an everyday regular store clerk becoming a detective to figure out, essentially, to solve the mystery. And he tweeted, you're saying abandoned, by Karen Slaughter or Joe Hill. Yeah. And it was just like, dude, the timing of that was like, this is amazing. This is amazing. Like, that could literally be a a description of what is going on right now. It also You guys are gonna get me going. You guys are gonna literally transform me into a clown before this stream is over. No joke, man. And I don't want to see. That's the thing. I don't want to stray. I don't want to stray too far because I don't want to make it sound like if Kojima Productions isn't involved, I don't want to make it sound like I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be mad, and the only reason I cared about Silent Hill was because of that. It's not. It's not. It's just I'm still not convinced. Like, does anybody else find it a little bit ironic? And again, you want to talk about coincidences? I guess it's just a coincidence that Kojima and Kojima Productions have begun teasing out their next game announcement alongside the exact time that Konami decides to come out of the fucking woodwork and say, here's our Silent Hill stream, guys. Just saying. Very great timing. Good times ahead. I see you guys saying like, bro, this might be your last chance to go full clown mode. You may as well. You're right. I may as well. Why not? Yeah, dude, MBG, I just finished watching today's live stream and then I see an emergency stream. Yeah, bro. These emergency streams don't happen that often anymore. So hit that like button if you like the emergency live streams. Let me see. I have a couple of, but I just wanted to say real quick that tweet from Kojima, it was one of those things where it was like, surely he is well aware of what he's tweeting right now. And I'm not saying that confirms his involvement or anything, but it's almost like if he wanted to continue to troll people who were all kind of caught up in this loop, that was a great subtle way to do it. I really enjoyed that one. All right, we have Mark Lovin, real quick. You mentioned PSVR 2. That's something we want to keep an eye on as well. And I've been saying that it's awfully strange that we're so close to the launch of PSVR 2, but Sony seemingly has not been talking about it. And I don't know. We could see something there, man. William, you're saying, do you accept Reality 1 or Reality 2, MBG? I don't know, man. I really feel like Neo I got to decide, do I take the red pill or the blue pill here? Because it's really tough. It's really tough. Fuck. Like because I feel like this is it. I feel like this is down to the wire. Like I have to lock it in now. I have to lock it in now because all may be revealed. All may be revealed come Wednesday. So that I'll end the stream on that. I'll basically answer what reality I believe at the end. Let me see. We have subtext. You're saying, I hope there's one last thing, and it's a AAA Silent Hill trailer that doesn't end with a date. Instead, I want it to end with a Hideo Kojima project. Yeah, I don't look. We'll get there. We'll get to that. We'll talk more about that before the stream ends. There are other things I want to make sure to well, I guess there isn't really too much left, but it's hard not to talk about it, man. It's hard. Scatrick, you're saying I was scared it's not for a game since it's not at a showcase, but then I thought maybe it's because they announced multiple games / projects. Dude, could you just imagine? Could you just imagine a reality? Could you imagine a reality where Konami gets everybody to the... Oh, also, they don't really make it clear here. They don't make it clear whether this is like a live stream or if it's going to be a pre-recorded thing that just releases. Either way, I think I'm going to stream on Wednesday and just go live and have it ready. And if it's pre-recorded, I'll just live react to it as soon as they drop it. If it's a stream, I'll obviously live react to the stream. So I'm going to stream that for sure. But yeah, could you just imagine if it's like they hype this up after all this time and it's like, here's our new movie and our new merch line, and we'll talk about games at another time. And an NFT. Don't forget the NFT. I mean, that's the thing. I want to be so excited, and no matter what, I'm going to be excited. This is one of those situations where Konami, if you're going to let me down, please let me down gently here, because there's no world in which I'm not hyped and excited. So if anything, I'm ready for disappointment, man. I'm ready if something goes terribly wrong and this is a complete disaster and it's like introducing Silent Hill Survive, the follow-up to Metal Gear Survive in a different universe. Fine. If that happens, then I'll accept that reality. But But I've been waiting too long for this to be real. I've been waiting too long for this to be a real thing, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna jump off the hype train now. You know, we're too close. I'm gonna go down with the ship here. Is what I'm saying. I see somebody saying, "Is it on Series X too?" We don't know. That's the one thing we do not know when it comes to anything involving Silent Hill right now. With this, we don't know if this is going to all be like multi-platform or exclusive to one or the other. I would assume everything's going to be multi-platform unless told otherwise. I think that's a safe assumption for now. Let me see. Victor Perez, you're saying, bro, what if they announce the new Silent Hill game is also coming to PSVR 2 along with the Silent Hill 2 remake also being on PSVR 2, just like how Resident Evil Village is coming to VR 2. I would be you just so I'm just gonna read what you typed word for word. I would be my so hard, LOL. I think we all know what you meant to type, Victor. I think we all know what you meant to type, but we'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna fill in the blank for you, but that would be sick, dude. And that, you know, actually I'm very interested now because I wasn't thinking about that at first. Like the idea of getting some VR2 stuff for Silent Hill. I mean, it's a perfect series. It's a perfect series for VR2. Hell yeah. Matt York, member 9 months. You're saying, I went to a Silly Goose convention the other day and they were wondering where you were. Yeah. I'm well, hey man, Silly Goose convention. I got to say, that's different terminology. Normally it's something like a circus or clown convention. So, hey, Silly Goose convention. I'll take that. Chris B, you're saying, yes, we are back. JV says, what's up, MBG? Are you going to stream the event? Absolutely. I'm not going to miss that. I'll be streaming that. Katie, you're saying, I mean, gaming is the blue pill if you sit on it. Is it though? I don't want to think too hard right now about that. Josh, you're saying, could be evidence of no PS5 showcase this year. It could be. Dude, I'm telling you, it comes down to what's announced and the way it's announced. You know, like, for example, if Silent Hill 2 Remake doesn't show up here, that's a big sign for a PlayStation showcase because that game has to be on the cusp of an announcement soon. It's been leaking out like crazy, and it's apparently a PS5 exclusive. So, I mean, it would be quite surprising if it didn't show up here. Michael Lynch, you're saying all of the peeps that said Silent Hill isn't being made can suck it. I mean, look, man, people always said like, oh, dude, you're just going to brag about it if you're right about anything. Like, no, it's not about bragging, man. It's just like, I don't care about that. The only thing I care about is just, you know, getting something great and it being real. That's all it's ever been about. It's just the idea, like Scatrick, you're saying, I personally don't think Kojima's involved. And that's the thing, is it's like, to me, the idea of Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions actually somehow making amends with Konami and making a Silent Hill game is so, like, that's so insane. That's such a monumental dream come true thing, too good to be true, that for me, that's always been like, if that's what we're getting, holy shit. Like, it would be difficult to believe that. So like, what do we think now, guys? What do we think now about last year, Hideo Kojima wearing the red pill, blue pill shirt? I'm sorry. I got to bring it up because you're right. This may be the last time. I got to just lay it all out there. MBG, do you think a PlayStation showcase can happen this year? I see them doing a state of play for God of War. I don't know, man. I keep being asked if a showcase is going to happen, and I wish I could get some insider information. I wish there was somebody I could contact that knows, but even the people who are on the inside don't seem to know. They don't even seem to know. And it seems to me that, like, if Sony's going to do a showcase, it's in flux. Like, I think that the date could move at any time if they're planning one. But I got to say this. So what do we think now? Here we are, October 16th. In a couple days, we're getting the Silent Hill showcase. I'm just going to call it a Silent Hill showcase. I don't know what else to call it. Last year during the Game Awards, when everybody and their mother I had a literal clown wig right there, ready to go. That's how much we were expecting Silent Hill. That's how much we were expecting Silent Hill, okay? I had a clown word ready to go. So instead of getting Silent Hill, Kojima pops up wearing a red pill, blue pill shirt because he's obviously a Matrix fan. Introducing Guillermo del Toro's new movie. They show the trailer for the new movie, and literally out of nowhere, for no reason whatsoever, there was no prompting it. Del Toro is like, you know what game I really like the art style of? Silent Hill. Someone should make another one of those. And here we are. Here we are on the cusp of a Silent Hill stream, showcase, whatever you want to call it. So what do we think? Do we just think that was, wow, I guess he just said they should make a new Silent Hill, and here we go. Konami, listen, they're making a new Silent Hill. I'm just saying, man, like, you want to talk about crazy coincidences? I don't know. I don't know. Hideo Kojima has tweeted thumbs up. Let's see what Hideo is. Let's go check on him in a second. Let's see what's going on there. See, because I want to say this. I feel like I have to say this. If Kojima is involved, we are going to be going for a ride here, folks. Like, that's the reality. If we are living in reality number 2 here, where somehow, some way, Kojima Productions is involved with this, with the original creators of some of the original creators of Silent Hill, and they're collaborating, that's not going to just come out at a Silent Hill reveal. We're going to go on a ride for sure. And I do think that if Kojima's not involved, then we may learn more. I think we may learn a lot more from Konami in this showcase than maybe we were anticipating. But let me see here. We have Scat Rick. Okay, I got that. He said you personally don't believe Kojima's involved. Mark Lovin says, Cory Barlog involved at all, you think? I don't think so, man. I think Cory, he's like kind of he likes to troll a little bit too and mess around, and I think his whole involvement with that temporarily was just kind of to add to it a little bit. I I don't know, man. All right, let me go check over here what's going on with Hideo Kojima. What's he tweeting out? Kojima's been going berserk. All right, he's been going nutso on his Japanese Twitter account. He's been going crazy. So let's see what he's saying here. So, well, he's tweeted nothing here yet. So I think I have to go to his I think he's been tweeting out in his Japan account. Let's see. So tweeting about a song he's listening to. So nothing much really. Nothing much. Let's go check Konami. See what I think Konami tweeted about it. Yeah, here we go. Let me move that down one more peg. Chris B, all signs point to a full reveal at the Game Awards. Yeah, dude, look, to me, one of the really weird things here, one of the most bizarre things is, I mean, is it really just me? Am I insane? I feel like, is it like I have to deal with another coincidence? I have to deal with another coincidence here. I have to look at that. Kojima's getting ready to reveal his next game. That's very obviously, guys, it's so obvious. It's in your damn face. They're shoving it in your face. It is Death Stranding 2. Do you not see that? Do you guys not see this is Death Stranding 2? Somebody says, yes, you are insane. But I have to look at that. And then literally the next week, here comes our Silent Hill showcase after years of silence. It's like, all right, I guess these two things are just going to line up together, man. I guess they're just going to line up together. And that's fine. I'm all for that. Give me Death Stranding 2. Mr. Spooky says, no, it's not. Stop it. Well, hey, man, that's if there's one thing I've learned if there's one thing I've learned in the past year and a half or so, is that, yeah, dude, there are apparently a lot of coincidences. There are a lot of, and that's seriously a lesson that I've learned, is that there are, because I'll tell you right now, I've come to terms. People don't think I have, but I've come to terms that whole thing we did last year. I mean, look, I know I said at the end, I'll let you know if it's reality 1 or reality 2. I am leaning more towards reality 1 here. I don't think you guys understand how much my brain would break at this point if I was wrong about that. If after choosing reality 1 and saying like, yeah, this was all just a crazy coincidence, and finally accepting that, to then find out, wait, no, man, it wasn't, I would break. That would break me in two. So that's where I'm at. Can't wait for new skateboards. Yeah. You're saying Kojima answered, "Who am I?" but he didn't say, "Where am I?" Right? You know, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. The next phase of Kojima's marketing is not "Who am I?" It's "Where am I?" So, I guess we will find out. KD, you're saying the annoying thing is it would be a Kojima thing for him to make you think Death Stranding 2 is coming, and it's actually Silent Hill or another project. Dude, that's the one thing I was saying that to me was a little bit like, okay, is when Kojima Productions was officially pushing out there the "Who Am I" poster, and it's Elle Fanning. That's who it is. A Hideo Kojima game, Elle Fanning. A producer at Kojima Productions tweeted out how they're excited for it, and then said #Death Stranding, and then they had to delete it, and then they reposted and they said, "Guys, I meant to put a question mark after Death Stranding, so it's a mystery." And I'm like, look, my mind is fragile when it comes to this stuff, so I can't help but look at that and be like, why would you do that? Like, why would you try to get us to think of a different game? You just had to delete your tweet. You clearly made a mistake. Just delete your tweet. Everybody kind of already knows it's Death Stranding. You didn't really let any, I don't understand how a producer at Kojima Productions feels the need to correct a mistake like that when Norman Reedus literally said it in a magazine, a printed magazine or a printed interview, that it was written up in a freaking interview. It's ridiculous to me. It's like, how does that happen? How does that happen? I feel like that's just so, it's so crazy. But whatever, man. Whatever. Kojima has done mental damage to MBG. Kojima has done mental damage to MBG. But yeah, dude, KD, that's the thing, is like, I even said it in my stream today. I said it in the podcast where I was saying that, like, does anybody else find it a little bit strange how we just all know what Kojima's next game is now? Like, it's obviously Death Stranding 2. It's like super obviously in your face. I don't know. It's to me, it would be, I'm not saying a Death Stranding 2 announcement would be disappointing. No, it's just that we're beginning to look at a point where the reveal of Silent Hill may be, it may be like exactly what we were told in the rumors. And I have to point out, look, this conversation is being dominated a little too much by Kojima, so I apologize for that. I do want to get back to Silent Hill. I'm going to Silent Hill. All right, that's where I'm going. Solid Crusader 89. Do you think Silent Hill would be a timed exclusive on PS5? Also, do you think this game would be cross-gen on both PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X? That's a good question. If I had to guess, considering whatever these games are probably not going to come out until next year and possibly 2024 and later, I think they're going to be current gen only. I don't think they're coming to PS4 and Xbox One. And I 100% believe that Silent Hill 2 Remake is a PS5 exclusive. but it would not surprise me if it extended beyond that. I wouldn't be surprised. Because that's the thing. If Sony, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is if Sony felt the need to try to lock down Silent Hill 2 Remake as a timed exclusive, what would stop them from feeling like maybe we should try to lock down Silent Hill 5 as a timed exclusive as well? Or a full exclusive, potentially, if Sony wants to go all in and crazy with it. So I do think there will be some type of PlayStation exclusivity, but I think in the end, I could see all these games. At the very least, I think they're all going to release on PC as well. I think something that will be very telling is this upcoming game, the Silent Hill, the short message. If this is a PS5 only demo, I think that pretty much tells us what we need to know. Because there was speculation that it was going to be a PS5 only demo. So we'll see. The 1B 22,000 says, quote, I remember I was chasing you down corridors with walls that moved, through places I had been before, shifting rooms and closing doors, and seeing that you could run so fast, out of breath, I couldn't last, end quote. Yep, I feel like that right there. Obviously, we know where that quote's from. But I feel like that right there perfectly encapsulates how Silent Hill fans have felt the past year and a half, 2 years. So thank you for that, man. Really appreciate that super chat. We have Sir Speaks a Lot saying the blood is running to my head and I ain't getting smarter. we hear you. We hear you, Sir Speaks a Lot. That was a more tame message from you, I will admit, and I'm glad. I like that. See, this is a good middle ground. Sir Speaks a Lot. We should exist here more often. Subtext: you're saying Dust Golem tweeted clown images. Haha. What? I must discover. Official clown attire. You know what? Hold on. Let me let me go check it out real quick. I keep forgetting that I have Twitter up on my screen. Let me see if I can bring him up here for a second. So the reason why we want to pay attention to Dust Golem is because he got like copy written. So official clown attire to skateboard to the Silent Hill announcements too. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So look, this leads me into something else I want to discuss here, which is I want to talk for a second about how okay, why is that not coming up? Here we go. I got Konami. Bring it back up here. So I want to talk for a second about Silent Hill 5 once again, because again, I feel like this is the big one. I think this is the big one that everybody wants to know about, and I have a little bit more to say about it. Real quick, we have Jay Dizzle, note number 2. You're saying my jimmies are rustled for Silent Hill. Man, people getting crazy out here for Silent Hill. I really hope this doesn't disappoint, guys. I really hope this doesn't disappoint because, man, people are so hyped. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad. I will say this, though. I feel like the fact that a lot of the original team members from Team Silent are involved, I feel like that makes it an automatic win. Like, how could you screw that up? You know, like if Konami could bring back some of the original team that made those games as, you know, what they are, I mean, you can't lose. Like, you can't lose. The Saunders child, you're saying, can you hear the sirens, MBG? Welcome back to Silent Hill, you guys, and thank you, Konami. Yeah, dude, it's exciting, man. It's really exciting. You're saying Yamaoka and Ito Masahiro returning is good, real good. You know what? Give me just a second here. There's something I feel like there's something I want to bring up here. Let me see. I'm elated right now. Okay. Let me. When was this? All right. Hold on. There is a tweet. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. But it just reminded me. Hold on. I want to see if I can bring this up for you guys. Who is this? Yeah, so there was this tweet a long time ago from Kojima Productions where it said, "Sorry to be silent, everyone. I've been really busy lately. I think I can say more soon about what we are going to dot 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 dot." And he's holding a pencil, and people like kind of paid attention to the fact that he used the word silent in a tweet. This was a while ago. I'm trying to source this right now. He used, the whoever tweeted this out at Kojima Productions said the word silent. They zoomed in on the pencil, which says pyramid, and on the post-it note that he was writing on it says next week. I don't know why. That's just something I thought of. I don't know if that's necessarily relevant anymore. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. He's the PR guy. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out. Wait, who's in that image? It's not Kojima. But somebody's saying, "Wait, what?" I gotta see if I can. I gotta see if I can find it. Like, I don't know why I can't find the exact tweet. I can see pictures of it. Let me see. Twitter. Kojima Productions. Sorry for being silent. Twitter. Let's see if it comes up. All right, here we go. I have it up here. I have it up on a separate. Yeah, so this was tweeted out a while ago. This was tweeted out, I think like February 28th. Yeah, pretty weird. I don't know. I don't know what that. A bunch of people even below it were like, "This is Silent Hill. This is Silent Hill." It's like, okay, all right. Anyway, before I go too far off. All right. So I think the final thing I want to kind of focus in on here, because I do think that this is I do think this is probably the most relevant thing. We've heard a ton of rumors regarding Silent Hill. You guys already know this. Everyone wants to know one thing, and it seems like there's been one thing that hasn't leaked yet. Just one thing. Everything else has been leaked. Okay, we know about Silent Hill 2 remake, Bloober Team. We know about the short stories that they want to do with like Annapurna Interactive and other studios, the smaller projects. We know about the movie. Everything's been leaked. It's gotten leaked to a point where the director of the upcoming Silent Hill movie was just casually talking about these games. But the one thing that no one seems to be able to leak, no one seems to be able to answer, no one seems to be able to say a word about is the team. Who is developing Silent Hill 5? There have been, I'm telling you, like, this is the big question, and it's very strange that we don't know who. Now, I have two theories. Okay? I have two theories. Again, it boils down to reality one, reality two, theory one, theory two. Which one do you believe? Theory number one. Theory number one is Silent Hill 5 is being developed internally by Konami, and they have formed a new Team Silent. And they're going to announce this, and my eyelashes are falling out for some reason. Is that a sign? What does that mean? Is that a sign for something? Oh, sorry, guys. I just had an eyelash poke me in the eye. Look at that. I just ripped out like 5 eyelashes. It's a sign, guys. It's happening. You know what that means, right? When your eyelashes just suddenly fall out for no reason. Make a wish, dude. If it means make a wish, I just skipped out on like 7 wishes. Maybe I can pull out one more. Oh my god, you guys see that? I just ripped out like 6 eyelashes without even trying. I don't know if you could see that. Sorry, I don't think you could see it in the camera, but Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening right now. A bunch of my eyelashes just fell out. All right. It's been a long day. I've been streaming for like 5-6 hours or something like that. You need those. You need those. All right. Anyway, before people think I'm actually losing my mind and I just start ripping all of my eyelashes out, just one by one, and people are like, "Oh my god, this dude straight up lost it." Rip them all out. See what you did to me, Konami. See what you did to me, Kojima. All right. For real, though, don't rip all of them out. Don't worry, Retro Man. I'm not going to rip all of them out. It just happens. I feel like everybody has that happen sometimes. Like one eyelash falls out, and before you know, it's like, oh, you rub your eye, and like a couple eyelashes are like, oh, okay. I guess for some reason my eyelashes had to just dump. Anyway, what are we talking about? Yeah, so Silent Hill 5. Okay, Silent Hill 5. Real quick, Katie, you're saying Guillermo del Toro teased a new Silent Hill at the last TGS. So I think it's pretty much confirmed Kojima will be involved in some way, MBG. So this is the thing. Silent Hill 5, there are two options, or two theories. One, a new Team Silent is being formed and has been formed internally at Konami, and they're going to announce that this is who is handling Silent Hill 5, and it's going to have pretty much many of the core team members that worked on the original games. The other thing is, like we said, is it's going to be the prominent secret studio that nobody can name. Is it's going to be Kojima Productions, or maybe we could see a hybrid. Here's something I want to present, because we've been talking so much about Kojima Productions being involved in Silent Hill. What if it's not all of Kojima Productions? Did anybody think about this? Did anybody think, what if Kojima is simply involved with another studio? Like, yeah, kind of overseeing it and helping kind of with the story and all the different aspects. And I don't know if he would necessarily be directing it. Maybe he could be, but I'm just saying that's a possibility as well. That's a possibility as well. It's worth noting that with all of the rumors we got, just to continue to back up why we have been stuck on Kojima so much, there's quite a bit of evidence. And I feel the need to just kind of reiterate this so people don't think that I'm just out of my mind and blindly hoping that a developer that has nothing to do with Konami or Silent Hill is involved. Number one, first off, KD points it out, and I pointed out last year, we get that really bizarre, out of nowhere kind of tease from Guillermo del Toro talking about Silent Hill, where for people who don't know, he was involved with PT and Silent Hills, what was going to be Silent Hills, and he was extremely pissed off, he was straight up in fuck Konami mode when this game got canceled. So it was very strange. I think people forget that. It was very strange to see him just kind of casually mention that as if, in such a lighthearted way. We have Christoph Gans, or Gans, however you say his name, the director of the upcoming Silent Hill movie. When asked about who's developing these upcoming games, he literally listed, Blooper Team's involved, original Team Silent's involved, and for some reason he just felt the need to be like, but I haven't worked with Kojima. I haven't worked with Kojima, so that's a little weird. And then you have the whole, look, for as ridiculous and clown mode as it is, the whole blue box thing, everybody thought from day one, you're Kojima, aren't you? And it's like, no, we're not Kojima. No, you're Kojima. And then it's like, okay, I guess we'll just pretend to be Kojima somehow. So that whole blue box thing happened. You have that tweet from Kojima Productions. Gematsu, again, like late last year, Gematsu comes out and they just casually are like, we've been told by our sources, again, Gematsu is one of the most reliable outlets, especially with Japanese game development. They're like the most reliable. And they're like, we've been told it's Kojima Productions. Okay. And I think what happened was people were just so like, no, like, what? No, dude, like that's impossible. Right. That's impossible. So you have that. You have VGC, who's also extremely credible, if not just as credible, saying, we've been told that a new mainline AAA Silent Hill game is in development by a prominent Japanese developer, and they refuse to name the developer. They will not name the developer. So look, it's just like, at this point, in my opinion, there is so much evidence to point towards Kojima Productions being involved with this somehow that it would, frankly, I would be genuinely more surprised if at the end of all this, it's like, no, man, like it never was a thing, because that would mean that every single thing we've seen, that would mean that everything I just listed is just like, nah, man, like they're just messing with you. It's just a coincidence, and that would, again, I've kind of leaned into that. KD, you're saying, why would Guillermo del Toro even say anything? Come on, that's what I'm saying, KD. That's what I'm saying, bro. You were there. I'm pretty sure you were there, and everybody else was there when I reacted to that live. I lost my shit because I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm literally looking around like, is anybody else seeing this right now? And I'm going to put out my final theory on the matter. All right. I'm going to put out my final theory on the matter. So my final theory is this. It's simple. I think, and this will answer the question. This will answer the question, because you asked, somebody asked me earlier, like, which team am I on, or like, do I believe reality 1, reality 2? What do I think's real here? I think what may have happened at some point a couple of years ago when the rumors first started coming out, because there were rumors way back in like late 2019 and early 2020 that apparently Sony was trying to mend the rift, the just horrendous rift between Konami and Kojima Productions, to try to get Konami and Kojima Productions on board to make a new Silent Hill game, and Sony wanted to be directly involved in that. These were rumors that came out. What I think may have happened is those negotiations went well, and they actually went they went in a positive direction, and I think it happened. I think that they agreed, like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. But I think something like that, when you consider how big the breakup between Konami and Kojima was, that's something that if you are negotiating that, and that, you strike that deal, and it's like, yeah, Kojima Productions is going to work on the new mainline Silent Hill, you have to really think about how you're going to protect that from leaking. Because when you're establishing that deal early on, you can go about it one of two ways. You can come out and announce it right out of the gate and get everybody excited and be like, guys, we're making a new Silent Hill, and we got Kojima back involved, and we'll be back in like 3 to 4 years to show you the game. You could do it that way, or you do it the other way, where you don't want anybody to know, and you have to keep it a secret until the day you're ready to show the game, and it's going to fucking blow people into another dimension. What I think may have happened, and this is probably the most conspiratorial I'm going to get on this stream. I think that Sony's marketing team and Konami's marketing team, and maybe even Kojima's marketing team, they had to think to themselves, how do you make a game unleakable? Like, how do you make it so that this news isn't leaked? Well, I thought about this, and I think, well, if you really want to fuck around with people's minds, you just leak it. You just put it out there right in front of people's faces. You do it in such a way that before you know it, it's right in front of your face and people don't believe it. I am convinced that this whole thing, and again, this is where I'm full clown mode right now, I'm aware, but I got to end it because it might be the last time. I think this whole thing was some kind of social experiment / PR fucking, like, we're gonna make sure that even if this gets out, it doesn't get out. Where they are in such control of the narrative that I'm telling you, man, Guillermo del Toro said someone should make a new Silent Hill when Kojima was just on the screen. It's like, it couldn't be more in your face, and yet people are like, nah. And I'm like, how do you get to that point? How do you get to that point? That is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. Gamatsu straight up. I tell you, man, Gamatsu makes me laugh. I'll never forget that, because the reaction that I saw from people, I fucking died laughing. I'm like, Gamatsu straight up told you guys, like, that's right here, Kojima Silent Hill. And people are like, nah. You kidding me? After that whole blue box shit, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm telling you, this is how people react. I'm like, this is insanely genius. Like, even at the end of the day, if it doesn't amount to anything, the way that this has come together is unbelievable. Even if at the end of the day, it's Kojima is doing his own thing with Death Stranding 2, and here are the Silent Hill games with Team Silent, it's still absolutely insane. But I still believe, man. I still fucking believe, and I know it seems obvious. I know it seems obvious that it's not what I want to think it is, but I don't know, man. Is it that obvious? Is it that obvious? Let me see here. You know, and one last thing I want to say here is there have been some people who came out and said it's not Hideo Kojima, it's not Kojima Productions. You know, my thing with that is, okay, then who is it? And that's the thing, is no one says, like, who is it? A prominent Japanese studio. Who is it? If it's not Kojima Productions, who is it? And that's what's weird to me. Like, that's the part that I can't shake, where it's like, I'm ready. I'm going to let it go right now. You're saying it's Team Silent. Well, then how come nobody's saying that? How come nobody has said that? How come Gamatsu is like Kojima Productions and not Team Silent? You know, like, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe I'm hanging on to the Gamatsu thing too much, but it's hard not to, because they're about as credible as you get. And I just feel like people just walked right over that. And, you know, people look at the whole blue box and abandoned thing and they're like, what a fucking joke. But it's like, I want you to think about this. What did the whole blue box scenario, what did that achieve at the end of the day when it comes to the Silent Hill rumors and the Metal Gear Solid rumors? What did it achieve at the end of the day? Jordan, you're saying, remember SMS/text message rumors about Kojima Silent Hills sending players SMS outside of the game itself? SMS stands for Short Message Service, MBG. Yup. Oh, I remember, dude. Believe me, I remember. But I'm curious, what did it achieve at the end of the day? Because I'll tell you, it achieved something. And that's what I'm just curious. Like, is anybody... I don't think people really understand that, like, what Blue Box did, whether it was directly, like, it's like a conspiracy and they meant to do it, or whether it's just some random dude who got in way over his head. It fucking murdered, absolutely murdered the Silent Hill rumors. It murdered the Silent Hill and Metal Gear rumors, and it made them a complete joke. It made it so that anybody who continued to try to talk about it was going to look a little weird, was going to look a little crazy, was going to look a little bit like MBG. But really, that's what happened, man. And it's mind-blowing to me how they come out here, they do irreparable damage, seemingly damage. They did irreparable damage, got people pissed off, got people angry, got people hopeful, and then got them pissed off again. And then it's just poof, poof, it's just gone. And what's left in its wake? A bunch of angry fans that are like, I don't want to hear anymore about Silent Hill until it's real. I don't want to hear, emotional damage. That's what's left. I don't want to hear any more about Metal Gear until it's real. I don't want to hear anything. Mega Clown Evolution. Nice, yeah. And I'm just saying, like, as somebody who followed this whole thing, here we are. Here we are. We are on the cusp of Silent Hill coming back, and it seems like it's going to come back in a big way. And I'm not going to be upset if Kojima's not involved. I'm not. I'm not going to be upset if it turns out that he really is just working on Death Stranding 2 for PS5. I will still be excited. Like, I still really enjoyed Death Stranding. I think people forget that. I platinumed that game. I love that game. But what I will be surprised about, is if this is how it goes down and it turns out that Kojima's not involved at all, I will be quite shocked at looking back and thinking, wow, man, that was some that's crazy. Like those are some legitimately crazy coincidences that I'm shocked. I'm shocked that, they didn't lead to anything. And that's how I'll feel, but I'll still feel very excited. It's just, I feel the reason why I keep going back to Kojima Productions is because there's still that void that is not filled. And I'm hoping that come this Wednesday, it is filled when they come out and they're like, and here's who's making Silent Hill 5. Because, dude, let's just talk about that for a second. All right. Let's KD, MBG, another stream. So I got to ask, when you going to stop fronting on God of War 3? You're playing yourself by not playing / watching the original trilogy. Facts. Bro, KD, I feel like I'm living in your head rent free right now, bro, because this is the second super chat in one day. That's 2 super chats in one day, bro, about God of War 3. I kind of love it, though. It's pretty funny, man. But I hear you. I know, KD. You can't let me live it down. I get it. I respect it. But I just, how I'm going to close out this stream? Let's just talk about Silent Hill. Because I feel like getting so wrapped up in all the rumors and the conspiracies and, my crazy mind and what's going on there with this. Let's just take a moment to end it to talk about our excitement for getting new Silent Hill games. So let me ask you guys, let me get your gut check, hype check, whatever you want to call it. Silent Hill 2 remake from Bloober Team for PS5. How are you feeling about that? Is this something that you are nervous about? Is it something you're extremely excited about? Are you in the middle? For me personally, I am excited for it. I have to admit. I'm not the biggest fan of Bloober Team, but Silent Hill 2, man, seeing that game brought up again, knowing that Bloober Team would have to go pretty out of their way to mess it up. I am very excited for it. I am there's a part of me that's a little bit nervous, but I'm mostly very excited for it. All right, so now I'm going to ask you guys gut check and hype check on the short stories for Silent Hill that are going to be more like, what would you call them? Almost like Telltale-esque type experiences, but based in the Silent Hill universe, done by teams like Annapurna Interactive. How do you guys feel about that? For me personally, definitely something I'm interested in, for sure. I don't think I'm like episodic content. I don't know that that's the thing I'd say out of all the different things we're learning about Silent Hill when it comes to games, that's probably the thing I'm least excited about, but still something I will probably interact with and pick up. Irfan, you're saying check Shuhei Yoshida's liked tweets. All right, let's go check. Let's go check. Shuhei Yoshida's liked tweets. Um. Oh, there we go. He liked. He liked the sign. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I don't know that there's much that can be taken from that. I mean, obviously, Silent Hill is going to be, uh, you know, prominent on PlayStation. So, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how much Sony's involved. All right, let me see. We got Victor Perez. You're saying, bro, read the new tweets from Dusk Golem. It's insane. All right, I'll go there in 1 second. Karamovic, you're saying, but a few days ago, Project Ocean already got leaked. Well, look, man, it did, yeah, but the thing about Project Ocean being leaked is it didn't explicitly I mean, look, it does, yeah, it sounds like it could be Death Stranding 2, but it doesn't explicitly say that. It just says Project Ocean open world PS5. I mean, look, I'm going to ask you guys this, and you tell me what you think, because this is actually the direction I was going in. The big one, Silent Hill 5, a new AAA Silent Hill game, right? That'll probably come out in 2024, 2025. What do you think that this is going to be? Do you think that this is going to be an open world experience? Oh, hold on. I think I just messed my mic. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm doing a mic check right now, real quick, because I don't know if it's... Sorry, I'm asking you guys a bunch of questions at once. Just tell me how my mic is. Is it okay? All good? Okay, I apologize for that. Yeah, I thought I ripped the cord out. I wasn't seeing it light up, but it's good. All right, thank you guys. So yeah, I'm thinking like Silent Hill 5... I just get this feeling like, would it not naturally be an open world game? Right? Like I feel, I mean, I don't know, because the idea that the whole town is open, I feel like that, I don't know. Somebody's saying like semi-open, like wide linear. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense for Silent Hill. Let me ask you, did Kojima Productions ever reveal with Silent Hills what they were planning on doing, or did they not get that far? Because that's something I kind of got that vibe a little bit with I remember the trailer with Norman Reedus for Silent Hills. Like I could almost see them going a bit open with it, not full blown open world, but I just wonder if that's the next evolution, because not every game needs to be open world, but I do wonder if that's the next evolution of like a AAA Silent Hill game where it's like you enter the town and you can just explore everything at one time, which, because I mean, I don't know though. It's a live service like Fortnite. Well, there we go, guys. But you're saying they hacked the demo and you could explore. Oh, dude. So did anybody see? I'm sorry, guys. I have to mention this because, again, it's probably the only time I'm going to mention it. Lance McDonald on Twitter. He is a data miner, I believe, and he was kind of messing around with the jailbroken PS5. And he decided to take a deep dive into the abandoned real-time experience app. And one of the things that was listed under the files, I shit you not, was PT2. PT2, which some people were saying maybe it was just short for part 2, but that was a thing he found in the files. And he was like, I think that when he tweeted out, he's like, damn, this guy was planning on messing with us even more with this fake Silent Hill bullshit. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess, but that's definitely something that it was apparently there. Subtext, you're saying, great catch by @Salmark. The Game Awards just tweeting Kojima introducing MGS5 from 2014. Why? Well, dude, this is where I'm saying, man, like, it's the beginning of the end here, folks. It's the beginning of the end here. No matter what happens, we are going to have our answers sooner rather than later at this point. The Saunders child says, let's give Konami and Bloober Team a chance. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm ready and willing to give them a chance. Definitely. 2 years of rumors and leaks and it's starting. Yeah, it begins, man. It begins. All right, so you wanted me to check Dust Golem's tweets one more time. You're saying he's tweeting out some insane stuff. All right, let's see. I'll check one more time just in case he's giving out any new information. Oh, geez. Okay. Anyways, I won't focus too much on the past. I don't know how much of this you guys can see. My screen's a little... Anyways, I won't focus too much on the past. The past is the past. We're now in a period where we can await official Silent Hill transmission stream in less than 3 days from now. Okay. Book of Memories confirmed. Let's go. I'll share the story now. So when the Silent Hill pics I posted last May got DCMA'd by Konami, many online tried to say I was BSing and DMCA'd myself. The actual truth was more agonizingly humorous. I basically got a confession from Konami's legal guy, actually. It was a little too open and honest. I think he also included his home address and phone number and such in the takedown rather than the company one. And I'm not doxing the poor guy, so that's never going public. But it was comical to have a conspiracy theory hate online about. Okay. All right. Well, so look here. So the one thing with Dust Golem that I want to point out here, because it's true that this guy, you know, he clearly came into some stuff and was leaking some stuff, and Konami was like, please take that down. He keeps alluding to a kind of secret. All right, he keeps alluding to a secret, and he keeps making it sound like he's not going to reveal what that secret is. And you know, he's talked about Bloober Team. He didn't say. He didn't say who's developing Silent Hill 5. Yet another somebody insider who has the information that will not reveal the team. That's you're saying Dust Golem says the story's going to blow people away? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, he's really been kind of hyping this up and saying, like, once people put it all together, and I'm like, bro, I am fucking here, bro. Like, I've been here. You don't even know. You don't even know where I've been right now, okay? Like, I am ready. Like, if we're gonna basically have PT2, if this is PT2, and we got, like, I'm by PT2, I'm not saying that, like, you know, he has a newer tweet thread. Does he? I'll just bring it up on my phone here. Let me see. If we're getting some kind of like, you know, if we're about to go on another ride, I'm just saying I'm all here. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. All right, so here's his latest tweet, and I'll end it here with Dust Golem. He says, I also suspect there's going to be a lot of cautious optimism / rampant pessimism coming forward. While people will do as they do, if I may have one request, come to your own conclusions, but don't try to stress it onto others. The truth is a lot of Silent Hill fans are both a bit pessimistic and a bit sensitive, and I mean that endearingly. There are some reasons why, but in the past, this upcoming new era of Silent Hill is going to be quite different from the past two eras. While I expect a lot of its Konami lower your expectation posts, the truth is Konami that made those decisions no longer exists. Konami went through a huge restructure in 2017, including various lead positions. The horror gaming scene was also tremendously different during the late 2000s when most of the post-Silent Hill 4 games were released. The simple truth is that this is not the same Konami. This is not the same horror gaming landscape. Hell, even people who worked on the Silent Hills people loved most are part of the revival. But we're going to be getting something different. Feel as you do, but try to be open and respectful. Okay. All right. I think that's some good info, I think, because I feel like that's something we probably should take into consideration. There's no doubt that Konami has a lot of pessimism geared their way because of what happened with them and Kojima and the cancellation of Silent Hills. I still think there's going to be quite a few different, fuck Konamis, but Silent Hill starring Chris Pratt. But I think that's what gives me a lot of hope, man, because it's true. Like, it's been almost, look, I don't want to say it's been almost a decade, right? It's been a long time. We're getting closer to that 10-year mark of when all this went down. And yeah, it is different leadership. There are different people there. And I hope they get it right, man. I hope they get it right. But, Gone Hunter says Kojima is involved. Mark my words. Man, the wait is going to be painful, isn't it? All right, so here's something I want to ask you guys. What sorry, I'm hitting my mic. I apologize. I'm probably blowing somebody's eardrums out. What you're saying Konami burned us, they earned the pessimism. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what makes me feel like they have to really try to go above and beyond here. They do. So I see it, man. You're saying Kojima's been editing something? What could Kojima be editing? Everybody said that what Kojima's editing, it's for the Game Awards. Now, I said that seems a bit far out. But whatever he's been editing for a couple weeks now. I'm just going to point that out. Whatever Kojima has been editing, he's been editing for a couple weeks now. Katie, you're saying he's editing the Kind of Funny trailer. Don't go there, man. Don't go there. I don't want, no. I refuse that reality. I refuse to accept that ever being a reality. So, what was I going to ask you guys? Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you guys. So, look, we have about 3 days now. All right. We have about 3 days now before this Silent Hill showcase takes place. I'm beginning to think, like, are the leaks going to start pouring out? Are the pipes going to start bursting here for Konami as we get closer to this? Excuse me. The Saunders Child, you're saying now Capcom and Konami can have some friendly competition going again in the world of survival horror. Dude, that's the best thing about this. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I'm sure you have. If you are a horror fan, my God, we have just so much. We have very, very soon, we have the Callisto Protocol right after that Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 4 remake. Alan Wake 2 is going to be full survival horror. Now we're getting the return of Silent Hill. Damn, I think it's safe to say survival horror is back, and I'm here for it, man. Survival horror has always been one of my favorite genres, and I feel like for many years it's kind of been neglected. I really do think that, and I think like horror games have kind of been relegated for many years into the more indie space, which is fine, but I've been really yearning for that like AAA horror comeback, and I feel like, oh yeah, Alone in the Dark as well. When does that come out, by the way? When does the Alone in the Dark remake come out? Because that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So many platinums I can. Oh yeah, and VR horror too. Yeah, dude, it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, I don't think there's a release date yet for the Alone in the Dark game. Saying next year. I heard the chant looks interesting as well. Well, you know what? Mark Lovin, you're saying thanks for the stream, MBG. Can't wait for Wednesday. Same here, man. Same here. I'm gonna have to rest up after today, man. I'm like I'm just spent, man. I'm spent. I love it though. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better way to end this Sunday, truthfully. New Kojima tweet on his Japan account. Not sure if it's related to anything though. So look, I just want to show you guys this real quick. This was one. I don't know if this is related to anything, but I have to show you guys this because it's. I alluded to it earlier, and it's just so weird, man. Wrong Kojima account. I did it again. Is it the wrong one? No, this is the right one. Sorry. Look at what he's been doing as I scroll down here. And unless he deleted them? Look at this. Look at this. What's going on here, man? What's going on here? This ain't normal. He's not doing this on his normal account. What's going on here? What's going on, bro? This is why I'm saying, like, this shit ain't normal. This is a normal behavior from Kojima. It's yeah, I'll translate them in a second. Let me read these super chats first. We got KD, you're saying survival horror will be the genre that defines this generation, like shooters did the 360, the 350, the 350 and the PS3, and open world games did the PS4 and Xbox One. That's fantastic news. Like I believe that. I know that's not necessarily news, but I want to believe that that's true because that's when I look back on this generation, that's what I want to think of. That'd be so awesome, dude. It's been a long time coming. Victor Perez, you're saying don't forget Silent Hill creator Toyama's new game Splitterhead. Yes. True. Yeah, that's interesting. Boca Game Studio. All right, let's translate some of these because he's been doing this a lot lately. Like, I want to point out, as far as I'm aware, Kojima has not, I want to repeat, not been known to just spontaneously start spamming tweets like this on his Japanese account. I followed Kojima pretty closely over the years. I don't recall him doing this. Let's start here. What does he say? Let's translate. I'm going to take a bath. Okay. There we go, guys. Kojima's going to take a bath. What does it mean? Man, a bath sounds nice, though. I love this. I love that this is the first tweet I translate, and this is what it is, man. I love it. This is the content that we've been waiting for. Retro man, somebody's just gonna take a screenshot of MBG streaming it next to a tweet from Kojima saying, "I'm gonna take a bath." Retro man, you're saying eventually Konami has to come back to video games. Well, they are, man. They are. Mark Lovin, you're saying then check out Visage and Madison. Yeah, I've heard about those games too. So, I think something else, not to keep pounding this drum here and, beating this drum, but something else I can't help but think is like, if you're Konami and you do have new leadership, brother, thank you very much. If you're Konami and you have new leadership, Ocelot, and you're trying to make a massive comeback in AAA gaming with your biggest franchises like Metal Gear Solid, for example, and Silent Hill, I mean, this is why it's not difficult for me to believe that Konami and oops, I read that one already. That Konami and Kojima have made amends, because I just feel like if you're Konami and you're under new leadership, seeing the names of the cast and staff makes me cry. Dude, you still got people out here using Hassan Karaman as a profile. Dude, Hassan Karaman is a goddamn meme at this point. He's a meme. Oh, man. Long day, MBG. Will be nice to talk about a new game finally. Absolutely, man. Dude, I don't know, man. Things are starting to get crazy up in here. I'm really excited. Like, we got God of War coming, and then before that, we have a Silent Hill and Resident Evil. Like, I think some people forgot that we are getting a Resident Evil showcase apparently, but a Silent Hill showcase. And then we got the Game Awards coming up. I mean, at this point, I think I would be okay, depending on how significant this Silent Hill reveal is. I know not every PlayStation fan is going to agree with me. I think I would be okay if Sony was like, we're going to do a showcase early in 2023, because I don't know, man. If Sony can show up at this Silent Hill showcase, it's worth noting that Resident Evil, there's stuff in the works with Resident Evil 4 Remake for VR too, if I'm not mistaken. You know? You're saying he's tweeting more Metal Gear Solid than ever before. Yeah, I don't know, man. If Sony wants to just show up big at the Game Awards and then be like, we're going to have a big showcase early next year, I think I'd be okay with that at this point. Katie, you're saying I just ordered a shawarma on Uber Eats. Jesus. On Uber Eats. We going up. Yeah, I got to eat again too, dude. That's the thing. Like, I was like about to pass out at the towards the end of my podcast because I needed to eat, and it was crazy because after I ate, I was like, you know what? Let's stream again. Emergency. I'm feeling it. Emergency stream. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Acid Snake, the Outer Heaven Gamer. Let's go back here. Let's continue to read these short messages from Kojima. Okay. Here we go. He says, thank you for your hard work. Alrighty. Oh my God, this is crazy. Infinity bandana. Yes. Yeah. What is the? What am I looking at right now? I love it. Yeah, you're right. He is tweeting. See, this is what I mean. He's tweeting a lot about Metal Gear too, man. This is the thing. I keep hitting the same ones. Mr. Crane. This one only has one reply. It's a little weird. MGS is all night. I made the sunrise only at the end. See, like, that's the thing. Like, I can't. Is there, like, I don't know. Is there any cryptic nature to this? Because there's so, the place where you succumb to torture is the ending where you run away with Otacon. Damn, dude, this is making me want some Metal Gear. This is making me want some more Metal Gear. And then there's just a thumbs up. Dude, these, I love it. Dude, I love how, look at this. Dude, the thumbs up just gets a straight 17.8K likes. That's insane. That's awesome. Dude, it's so random. It's like, is this not so random? Look at how long it goes on for, though. Dual roles were common in games at the time due to budget constraints. It's a misled that uses it. I know now. I feel like my computer's going to, like, crash. It's here. It's here. It's here. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at, come on. What is going, you got, no one can tell me this. Is Kojima okay? Is Kojima okay? Look at this. I can't read all them. Oh my God. That's crazy, dude. Oh, Kojima. All right. I think that's it, guys. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, somebody say he's drunk. Yeah. LOL. Cringe. Not cringe. Secret message is in there. Bro, if there's secret messages in there, that's too much, man. That's too much. All right, that's gonna do it though, guys. I'm completely spent, man. But I gotta say, this was a really fun stream. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I did a stream like this. And you know what the exciting thing is, man? In just a couple days, we're gonna be we're gonna be streaming the reveals, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. Theory: a short message will be Kojima's new Silent Hill game and be released exclusively on Twitter. Nice, dude. Nice. There is Elijah Wood in the abandoned forest. What? All right, this is getting too out of hand. I gotta end this stream, but I want to extend a big thank you to everybody who tuned in here to hang out with me. I don't do these emergency streams too often, but they can definitely be some of the funnest streams. And I think I don't know if I'm wrong about this, but I feel like this is the first day I ever did a stream after my podcast. I don't recall ever doing that before, but hey, man, I feel like the announcement of a Silent Hill showcase. You're saying, bro, Dusk Golem posted a screenshot of the new Silent Hill website with proof that a new Silent Hill game is going to be announced. ESRB. By that you mean maybe it's been rated? I don't know. I gotta shut the brain down for the night, though, guys. I'm gonna have some dreams tonight, though. That's for sure. But yeah, real quick, thank you to everybody who donated a super chat. Everybody who just was like, "Yo, man, MBG streaming again. Let's go. Let's go." Okay, real quick before I go, because this is gonna bother me. I keep seeing people talk about Elijah Wood. Is there something I missed here? This is like literally the 8th time I'm seeing Elijah Wood mentioned in my chat. Is there something I'm missing here? If so, please tell me before I head out. You're saying, damn, we're done already? Yo, bro, keep in mind, I told you. He was tweeting about the game? Okay, all right. Well, do you think that maybe it's just because he's excited for it? Maybe that's why? Oh, maybe Elijah Wood is going to be Jason Longfield. There we go. There we go. Elijah Woods, Jason Longfield. Confirmed. All right, I'm out, man. I'm out. All right, guys. That does it for the emergency Silent Hill stream. We'll see if all is revealed on Wednesday, but regardless, it's the beginning of the end in a good way. We can finally put all the rumors and now we just got to hear about Metal Gear, right? Now we just got to hear about Metal Gear. But all right, guys, enjoy the remainder of your Sunday, and I will be sure to keep you guys updated with everything that goes on and anything else that's going on, because I feel like some more things might come out between now and Wednesday, and keep it locked here. I'll keep you guys in the know. So, all right. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Leave a like on your way out, and I will catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. See ya.